Hey, what's going on? You know who it is. You know what it is. All right, you guys, Peep Gang, this your boy Town Biz. All right, check this out. So, all right, once again, this is just a rumor. You know, this is just a rumor. Nothing set in stone. But until it's, until it's made official or until we hear straight from the horse's mouth, it's just speculation or guesstimation. But there is a rumor going around that Floyd Mayweather is considering making a full-fledged return to boxing. No more exhibition matches, him fighting full-fledged fights. Now the question is, who is Floyd gonna fight? Keep in mind, Floyd is gonna be 45, if I'm not mistaken, on February the 24th. Can somebody put in the comment section what is Floyd Mayweather's birthday? Is it February the 24th? But nevertheless, I think Floyd was born in 77. So I think he was born in 77, so I think he'll be 45. But you have to ask yourself, okay, well, who is there out there for Floyd to fight? I don't think Floyd's going to come out of retirement and get in the ring with Crawford or Errol Spence or Virgil Ortiz or Jerron Boots Ennis. Now, there's some people out there I think Floyd could beat, even at age 44, 45. But if you look at guys like, and I don't even think Floyd could handle Ugas at this point. I just think that would be tough for Floyd. As good as Floyd is, you have to wonder, is his reflex still there? Anybody, like I said, can look good hitting pads. It does. You know, when you see some people hitting pads, it does look like, man, it just looks awesome. But the problem is when they get in the ring, it's a totally different story because the pads are there for you to hit them, not the opponent. Remember, the art of boxing is to hit, not get hit. And for most cases, the fighter's not going to stand there and just let you tee off on them. So it's always impressive to see somebody hitting the mitts, but, at the end of the day, that really means nothing. And you hearing this stuff about sparring partners and all that kind of stuff. Well, it's called sparring for a reason. Sparring is really preparation. Now, like I said, sometimes you can take something and, with sparring and roll with it and turn it into something bigger than what it may possibly be, because that's what happened with Floyd Mayweather. Floyd Mayweather had a bad sparring session with somebody. Now, it's supposed that got filmed, where they saying Floyd got dropped multiple times, allegedly. The guy gave him the business. And it's on film. I haven't seen the film, but that's when Floyd started this. Well, nobody can see him spar. And then after that, everybody started doing that stuff. Everybody started. Oh, I don't want nobody to see me sparring. Didn't really make that big of a difference. It doesn't. And it's kind of funny because back in the day, Muhammad Ali used to let people see him sparring. So, I don't know. I feel it was just one of these things. It was really much to do about nothing. But when they seen Floyd doing it, everybody just decided to do it. Because I don't think sparring is going to determine whether somebody can come up with a formula to beat you anyway. It really comes down to what happens when that bell ring all the way into the final bell. Whether you go the distance or go within the distance. So it doesn't really matter. But me, myself, one can make a lot of different speculations about Floyd. Some people are going to say, damn, Floyd must really need some money. You've been hearing about Floyd's questionable financial issues for years. You don't know whether Floyd is in financial trouble or not in financial trouble. And then some people are just going to look at this as, Floyd is just being selfish. Thinking about himself, don't want to give the limelight to anybody, doesn't want to pass the torch to anybody. So this is going to be looked at in a lot of different ways if Floyd is considering returning to the ring. I don't think he should do it, not at this stage, because I hope and I really pray that Floyd don't have an embarrassing moment, like if he actually gets in the ring and really fights as, you know, a professional fighter, not an exhibition man. And I just hope Floyd don't have a Michael Jordan moment. And we all remember that last All-Star game with Michael Jordan as a member of the Washington Wizards. Now keep in mind, Michael Jordan didn't even get voted into the All-Star game. He got, you know, he was like a coach's decision. And Vince Carter was actually voted as a starter, and Isaiah Thomas, who was the coach at the time, he asked Vince Carter would he let Michael Jordan start. And we all know that Isaiah Thomas can't stand Michael Jordan. It was condescending and it was fake. But I think really they probably asked Isaiah Thomas to do it. They probably put pressure behind the scenes for him to do it. Probably David Stern told Isaiah Thomas to just let Michael Jordan start this one, you know, this one last time and all this kind of stuff. But who knows? I could be wrong, but that's just what I think. But what I'm saying is with Floyd, I hope Floyd don't get in the ring and he having you know, he has a moment where somebody hits Floyd with something and he drops Floyd. And even if Floyd get up and recover, it's still going to be an embarrassing moment for him. And that's all people have been waiting to happen to Floyd for the longest. That's what they want to see happen to Floyd. They want to see Floyd have a moment where Floyd gets humiliated. Even if Floyd is in the fight and he ends up winning, they want to see Floyd get put on his ass. And it'll be an even bigger celebration if Floyd gets knocked out or stopped. I'm talking about people gonna celebrate. But if Floyd has a moment where he gets put on his ass, oh, people gonna love it. They gonna play that for the rest of their days. And they're gonna play it for the rest of Floyd's days. So I just think Floyd should be careful with that. And I think he should just consider just, you know, letting these up and coming people have the limelight. Let the Shakur Stevensons and the Virgil Ortiz and the Jerron Boots and it's this next generation of fighters have the spotlight. Because that's what some of them are looking for. The Devin Haney's and stuff, let them have their time. You know, because they're going to be the future. You know, guys like Errol Spence and Canelo, they're peaking right now. And in some situations, their best years might be behind them. You never know. Errol Spence is going to be, what, 30, Errol Spence is going to be 32 in March. Terrence Crawford will be 35 in September. Canelo will be 32 in like July. So those guys are getting up there now. You know, Keith Thurman, them, Amir Khan, them guys are all on their way out. They may be 1 or 2 fights away from being done with boxing. So that's what I'm saying. And then you have Floyd Mayweather, who started fighting professionally, I think, what, in 1996? You just thinking to yourself, okay, Floyd, let these dudes have the spotlight now, man. For real, let somebody else take over, Brody. And that's all I'm saying. It's time for Floyd to just take a bow. He's done his swan song more than once. Okay? We get it. The Conor McGregor fight was fun. You know, it was an event and it was cool for that one time. And I thought Floyd would leave it alone after Conor McGregor. But he's fought a couple of more times since then. So you just kind of want to see Floyd just just, you know, just take a seat. Let somebody else have the spotlight. And that's all I'm saying. But anyway, appreciate the time. This your boy Tail Biz. I'm out.